As we enter into summer, water safety is certainly an important topic. It's a topic that is near to me. My son, who is now 7, had a drowning experience about 4 years ago, and he was unattended for a few minutes. Actually, he was unattended for maybe 60 seconds, which was long enough for him to approach the water slide and slide down and to be found unresponsive face first in the water. Luckily, we were able to get him out quickly, and he's doing fine now. But it reminds me how important it is to be safe around the water, and how prevalent water events and drownings can be. Statistically, we know that drowning is the most common cause of accidental death in children aged 1 to 4 in the United States, and it results in about 3,500 deaths per year according to the CDC in all ages. We also know that for every 1 child that has a fatal drowning, there are 5 more children who are actually seen in an emergency department for symptoms related to that experience. After a child has had a drowning event, one good rule of thumb that some experts use to know when you need to take your child in for evaluation is if your child or another family member has any more symptoms than you would expect after water going down the wrong pipe when you've been at a meal, then really you should have that person evaluated in an emergency department. Some other symptoms that may come up a little bit later would be changes in their behavior or the way they're thinking, a persistent cough for more than a couple of minutes, obviously difficulty breathing, or foam coming from their mouth. If any of those are happening, or if you're just not sure, then the safest option would be to have them evaluated. Interestingly, statistics say that 88% of child drownings happen when an adult is actually present. So there are some additional preventive steps that we can take. One that I've heard that I like is having a water watcher, so a designated adult or adults taking turns who accept the responsibility of watching the water at all times like a lifeguard would, to make sure that no one wanders into the water that someone wasn't aware. Also, not relying on water wings or puddle jumpers or things of those nature, but ensuring that those children who don't know how to swim are right next to someone who can. Certainly, not mixing alcohol with water is also a great way to prevent accidental drownings. We know that a large percentage of adults who drown have been exposed to alcohol recently as well.